I'm here to introduce Jigsaw 2nd edition, month 1. Now, the 1st edition was so popular we decided to bring on the 2nd edition so that you can build your library to a much greater scale and have so many more shapes for you to play with. So all that interacting like a jigsaw puzzle, and you come up with some amazing designs. So this month we're introducing the kite and the double kite. So here we have a kite shape, and this is a double kite. Now these actually are segments of a hexagon again. So hexagons are, you can do a lot of things with sections out of hexagons. We have half hexagons, but you can cut a hexagon in 2 different ways. You can cut it down the center this way, you can cut it across this way. But the kite is a section that comes, and it's probably really difficult for you to see white on white, but it is a section of a hexagon here. Okay, so it's just a segment, and there would be 6 of those would make a hexagon. So what we've got is, in your little layout, we've shown you a few different ways to lay this block out. So we have our kite shape in here, so we've used different fabrics, just the same chevron fabric here, the same fabric here but cut from a different pattern repeat, and then our double kite sits on the outside here. So here's a couple of different variations that we've done. Same fabric in the middle, no fussy cutting, just randomly cut, and then of course the chevron going around the outside, and it's fussy cut a little bit just so we can join up the sides there. Again, quite scrappy this one, using the fabrics in different ways. This is just using the double kite. There's no single kites in there, they're all doubles. And again, the same, just double kites in this one. Now, if you want to put it together in a different way, just play with it. And so I'm going to show you some more ways of placing that together in my little black book. And pay close attention, and then you may be able to make those designs as well. Okay, so we've got our kite shape, and if you put your 6 together into the center, we're going to end up with a hexagon, a 3-inch hexagon, because each of those edges of the bottom of the kite are 1.5 inches, so 2 times 1.5 gives you 3, so that would give you a whole 3-inch hexagon. Now what we've done with the, in your pattern sheet, we've just placed the double kites around the outside edge, like this. Okay. You could then place your kites just using kites. Can you see that? Your double kite, there your single kite. If you want different fabrics coming in there, sorry, wrong one. If you want different fabrics coming in there, you can just use all single kites around the outside edge. And the other thing you can do is you can bring your double kites in, and we can place them around the outside like this, and like this. And you're going to get a rather large flower looking shape. So you're doing one shape on and then one reversed, so you can see that one goes that way and you reverse this one over this way. So be careful when you're cutting your fabric out that you cut one and one reversed, particularly if you're fussy cutting something. And you continue around, and so you get a whole shape coming around the outside. Okay, so there's many things you can do with these. Now, if you didn't want to piece the middle and you had some 3-inch hexagons, you could just replace all of that with one 3-inch hexagon. So what we've done is we've made up some placemats or table centers using the reproduction fabric. So you can see that they're very similar to these that we have down here in our bright fabric, but it looks very different in our reproduction fabric. Same pattern design, same layout, but just appliqued onto a background and then a binding. So this is a hexagon to take the same shape as the finished hexagon here, and this one's done with a little different layout, just fussy cutting the striped reproduction fabric in the middle to give it a different effect, and again then just with a binding around the outside of the hexagon. And you can also see that this one's placed the same way the hexagon goes, and this one's placed the other way, so you get a different effect again. So that's it from me this week, and I'll be back to see you again next week with month number 2, and we've got some exciting things to show you then.